Okay, thank you everyone. Can we give a round of applause to Scott and Sultan for that beautiful music here? How exciting everyone. What a festive feeling we have today. And I feel so honoured and so lucky to be here with you this morning on this very special milestone for our incredible young people. I want to welcome the parents, the grandparents, siblings, family members and friends. Thank you for joining us as we celebrate this important moving up milestone for our incredible young people. In this, the 30th year of New Roads, these students embody the hope, the promise and possibility upon which our school was founded. They remind us why New Roads began: to nurture curious minds, compassionate hearts and courageous young people who are prepared to make a positive difference in the world. Today we celebrate not only how far they have come, but also the bright journey that lies ahead. I would also like to acknowledge and welcome incoming Head of School, Sam Hauser, who is also joining us today. Welcome, Sam. We're thrilled you're here. Now, we are going to do a couple of things like we normally do with our ESM, and we're going to start here with a mindful minute, because I don't know about you, but certainly I know the adults in the room. May has been fairly hectic, and my cortisol has probably had a new resting level. So taking time to practice mindfulness has been really important. And today, we're going to be doing some deep breaths, and we're going to do some 30th year celebration breathing technique. And as you breathe in, please draw a 3 in the air, and as you breathe out, please draw a 0 in the air. So breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, and breathe out. Breathe in, and breathe out. Thank you. And now, an affirmation for us all. I am proud of myself. I am proud of myself. I am proud of myself. And we have a special quote today from Eleanor Roosevelt. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. Now it gives me great pleasure to begin our moving up ceremony. And I'm going to begin that by inviting our 5th graders, soon to be 6th graders, to the stage. Please be seated. Thank you. Now, I would like to invite our 4th graders where they are to stand up, and they are now going to walk over and be received by our 5th grade teachers over here. Big round of applause for our 4th graders. It's a long walk, so the applause need to go for a while. Well done, 4th grade. And Fabi and Brittany are welcoming you there into 5th grade. Now I would like to invite our 3rd graders to stand up, and they are now going to move to the 4th grade seats, a long distance of a row behind them. Now I would like to invite our 2nd graders to stand up and make their way over to the 3rd grade seats. Well done, 2nd graders. Now I'd like to invite our 1st grade students to make their way to the 2nd grade seats. And I know yesterday we had a very special kindergarten graduation. We have many kindergartners here in the room. I would like to invite those kindergartners, wherever you may be, to stand up and make your way to the first grade seats where Hayley and Kat are waiting for you. Well done. And it's okay, JJ, if you want to stay there with your dad, that's absolutely fine too, mate. All right. Well, can we just have another round of applause for all of our incredible young people who are moving up? Certainly, there are many things that bring joy to my heart and the joy to my colleagues' heart on a daily basis. One of the things that we absolutely love is this, both this ritual and tradition, which is part of kindergartners being assigned buddies in 5th grade each year. And for now, we're going to show a Kinder Buddies video that our kindergartners have made for their 5th grade buddies.
Frankie, I like playing with you. I hope you have a good time at Crossroads. I love you, Frankie. Bye. Dear Ida and Jack, I like your Halloween costumes, and I like being your buddies all year. I hope you have fun in 6th grade. Bye. Boing. Dear Alex, I wish you a very good 6th grade and thank you for playing with me. And don't forget your homework when you're in 6th grade. Bye. Jackson, I love you so much. And I hope you have a good time going to 6th grade. I hope you have a good summer break. I love you. Bye. Dear Albert, I hope you have a good 6th grade year and spring break. And I love when you sing and play and I love you so much. Bye. Gloria, I love playing with you and I hope you remember me in your time. Dear Josephine and Cheyenne, I am so glad that I get to be your buddy, and it's so much fun playing with you at school. And I hope you have a great time in 6th grade. Hi, Gabriel. I wish you have a great day. I'm happy because I'm your buddy and I'm with you. I wish you have a great day in 2nd grade, and 6th grade. When you go there. Bye. I remember something nice about you, that when I first met you as my other second buddy. And the good tip from middle school is maybe if you get tired of your writing, then you should maybe just ask your teacher to take a break. Hi, Lucia. I loved how you teach me volleyball, and for some tips for 6th grade, maybe you can, when you get tired of your writing, maybe you can ask your teacher to take a break. I had fun doing field trips with you, and also I hope you have a fun time in 6th grade, and I hope you have new friends. Bye, Naya. Been my lifeguard for the beach party, and Haru likes showing you my wonder project. I hope you do all your homework in 6th grade, and I hope you visit me. Bye, I love you. Maya, I love you, and I want to hug you, and for you in 6th grade, I will see you at the back course. Bye. Dear Noble, I love you. And I loved when we did the arcade games. I want you to meet me when you're in 6th grade. Dear Gunnar, I think you're so kind, and I also think that your honor project was good, and also in 6th grade, I hope you do science experiments. Goodbye, Gunnar. Dear Tisa and Juju, I'd like to be buddies with you. I hope you have a great time in 6th grade. Don't forget to write. Bye. Dear buddies, we love you.
Okay, I loved how many of them were focusing on homework there. That was really nice to see. Jasmine's advocacy to just take a break with your teachers, I love that too. How moving, how beautiful. Now, it gives me pleasure to just sort of say a few words this morning, because today is a very special day as we celebrate all of our students, kindergarten through 5th grade, taking this next step in their educational journey. Today, it's not only a celebration of our students, but also of the village that has walked alongside them, the teachers, coaches, staff, parents and family members whose care, guidance and belief in them have helped them arrive at this moment. I would just like to ask for a moment, if I could ask the faculty and staff to stand for a moment so they can be publicly acknowledged for their care, dedication and professionalism this year. Please stand, faculty and staff. Thank you so much. I would also like to acknowledge Colton Bassett, who's our technical director of the MOS, who's in the background making this all work. Thank you, Colton. At New Roads, we celebrate much more than academic achievement. We celebrate artistic growth, athletic growth, and most importantly, human growth. The development of compassion, kindness, courage, integrity, and character that helps each of you become not only successful individuals, but people who contribute to the common good. Our fifth graders have travelled a particularly unique path. They began their New Roads journey during COVID, meeting teachers and classmates through screens before many had the opportunity to meet one another in person. As a parent of Josie, along with Annie, I remember those days well. What stood out then and what continues to inspire me now is the resilience, adaptability, empathy, and humanity these students and their families have demonstrated through extraordinary circumstances. At New Roads, we speak often about walking in the way of the JAG. The JAG represents curiosity, strength, compassion, integrity, courage, and depth of vision. It reminds us to speak from the heart, listen from the heart, seek to understand rather than to judge, act with integrity, be bridge builders, and serve something greater than ourselves. And as I look at all of these students, and particularly our fifth graders today, I see those qualities reflected in countless ways. I see young people who have learned to be curious learners, compassionate friends, courageous problem solvers, creative thinkers, and thoughtful members of our community. I see young people who have begun to discover their unique gifts and who are learning how to use those gifts in service of others. Today we celebrate not only what you have learned, but who you have become. We celebrate your friendships, your growth, your perseverance, and the many ways you have walked in the way of the JAG. Congratulations to all of our students. May you continue to be curious, kind, courageous, and true to yourselves as you take the next step on your journey. We're incredibly proud of you all and excited for all that lies ahead. Thank you. We're now going to have a little musical number, and I invite everyone, if you'd like to stand. We're going to be singing a song that actually was the song. This class had the first kindergarten graduation ceremony in the history of the school. And during that graduation ceremony, this was the song that they played, which is Peace Like a River. And so I'm going to invite also, I think, Ryan and Isla to come up because there are actions to this song. So if they just want to come up next to Sultan and Scott here. And Colton, if we could just put that up on the screen too. All right. And I invite everyone in the audience, if you just want to stand, just to get your bodies moving as well, we'll go for it.
We're going to play this, we're going to play the melody once, so we all remember the melody. And Kathy wasn't feeling well today, so unfortunately she's not here. So let's all wish Kathy well. And here we go.
I've got joy
I've got love like an ocean. I've got love like an ocean in my soul. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river in my soul. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river in my soul.
Well done, and thank you, Isla and Ryan. Now, we're going to show a little video that our fifth graders have put together.
Dear young Agnes, you would be proud to know that I got my blue belt and have handed out my first yellow belt.
Dear young Elia, you would be proud to know that you got better at volleyball and art and not getting so mad so fast.
Dear young Alex, you'd be proud to know I go-kart race. I got to 5th grade and I am a good student.
Dear young Frankie, you would be proud to know that you can draw very well.
Dear young Gabriel, you would be proud to know that I am now playing on a soccer club and won all our games.
Dear young Gloria, you'd be proud to know that you grew 2 inches and got into a musical.
Dear young Gunnar, you'd be proud to know that I've gotten very athletic and good at basketball.
Dear young Haru, you would be proud to know I can control my temper better. I am better at sports. I have a bookshelf of manga.
Dear young Jack, you'd be proud to know that I'm very good at tennis. I also got very good at math.
Dear young Jackson, you would be proud to know that I got good at snowboarding. Also, I am watching horror movies now.
Dear young Jojo, you would be proud to know that I am kind to my friends.
Dear young Josephine, you would be so proud to know that I've gotten to New Road School and I've met so many new people. Dear young Josie, you would be proud to know that you made it alive to 5th grade and that you love poetry, writing, comedy, and soccer and volleyball.
Dear young Kian, you would be proud to know that you can play the electric guitar and not the piano anymore, thankfully.
Dear young Lucia, you would be proud to know that in the future you grow up to be an actress who can sing and dance well, but you also have wonderful friends and a family who supports you.
Dear young Maya, you would be proud to know that I get into the next level of gymnastics and I have gotten really good at time management.
Dear young Noble, you would be proud to know I finally now play on the New Road soccer team because I couldn't join last year because I signed up too late and it was too full.
Dear young Oliver, you would be proud to know that I got better at playing sports.
Dear young Cheyenne, you'd be proud to know I'm a better cheerleader.
Dear young Tisa, you would be proud to know that I will be continuing gymnastics and you are working on your round off back tuck. You are also going to continue doing cheer and get better at cheer extension.
Thank you, and thank you, Brittany, who helped put that together. I really appreciate it. Now it gives me a pleasure. We're going to move to the next stage, which is the presentation of diplomas to our class of 2033. And I'd like to invite Fabi and Brittany to the stage to help with the presentations of the diploma. So please, come on up. And a big round of applause for Brittany and Fabi, please. Could I ask the front row to please stand? All right. First, Lucia Arguedas. Next, Alaya Bishop. Next, we have Oliver Bonilla Rodriguez. And next, we have Maya Cristoforetti. Noble Esfandiari. Next, we have Jojo Ferraro. And next we have Gunnar France. And next we have Jackson Hoffman. And now I have Haru Jean. And next we have Frankie Krupp. Can the second row please stand? And next, I introduce Cheyenne Ligon. And next, we have Jack Oliver. And next we have Tisa Payan. And next we have Agnes Pooh Price. And next we have Gabriel Rodriguez. And next we have Kian Takar. And next, we have Josephine Tannis. And next, we have Josie Vickers-Willis. And next, we have Alex Wellborn. And last but not least, we have Gloria Wanetsky. Can the front row please stand? Please join me in acknowledging the moving up class of 2033 to the middle school. Please take a seat. As I invite Interim Head of School Dan Vorenberg to the stage for closing remarks, I would like to recognise and thank him on behalf of the elementary school community. Dan has provided extraordinary leadership, wisdom and steadiness during an important chapter in the life of New Roads. He's helped strengthen the fabric of our community while always keeping our mission and our students at the centre of his work. I want to thank him for his example, his care and his tremendous contribution to the stability and spirit of New Roads. And Dan, on behalf of the entire elementary community, thank you. Please come to the stage.
I am proud of myself. If you came late, you're not going to get that joke. But I'll just say a couple quick words specifically to you, fifth graders. In the American school system, we continue to struggle over the last couple hundred years. What exactly to do with fifth grade? Where I come from in New England, there's a lot of K-8 schools. Here in LA, there's K-5s, K-6s. When I was a kid, you went to junior high, which was 7 and 8. No one's really figured it out. And I'll tell you why, I think. You are and will go through more developmental changes in the next 3 years than any other time in sort of psychological, social developmental history, except maybe your very early childhood years, which you've already done. So the reality is that I think this is one of the most exciting, intriguing, and complex times you're heading into for your lives. And I wish you all the best. Keeping with that theme, you are leaving self-contained classrooms. You're leaving self-contained classrooms. The very nature of that implies arms around you, compartmentalization, care from a couple strong practitioners with aided and supported by specialists. You're going into a model in 6th grade that will look exactly like the model in 12th grade. You're going into a model in 6th grade that looks pretty much like a model in 12th grade, and it's going to require 2 things. It's probably going to require a bunch of things, but I only have a minute. A couple of things you should keep in mind. One is a dollop of self-responsibility, of getting to class on time, of keeping track of things, recognizing that 6 or 7 professional educators are going to have a number of expectations for you, and it's not going to be all housed and compartmentalized in just a couple teachers in the classroom. You're going to have a sense of that independence so required, certainly by the time you're in high school, but you have to have that sort of sense of that early. And the second thing, I think, as you move through that, and this is more of a psychological and emotional thing, you got to hold on to your childhood as long as you can. Don't let the structure of school, because it looks like something that resembles kids a lot older and programs a lot older. Do not let that get in the way of the wonder of childhood of which you are still experiencing. Don't let anyone, including folks that look like me and teachers, ever take away from you a sense that you might not be an artist, you might not be an athlete, you might not be a musician. You are all those things. You are scholars, and you need to hold on to that idea and avoid the specialization that so much of our society puts on young children as long as you possibly can. Because if you are to find the most out of the life ahead of you, and middle school is the most dynamic time as you really, really dig a deep post hole in your identity, hold on to all the skills, all the power, all the curiosity, all the wonder you can. And I'll tell you, the structures around you may not necessarily lend itself to that. So it's going to require you to lean in with all your might to say, am I all the things I might be? And can I be defined not by one thing, but the many things I bring not only to my life, but to the lives of others? And there's some people who are going to help you with that. They're out there, and that's your parents and guardians and those family members. And I'll tell you what, little secret, they don't want to do middle school again. They've already done it. But they remember it, and they remember the challenges. They remember the fact that the social dynamics can change. We are one sleepover away from all the dynamics changing in middle school, right? We know that. It's the nature of what it means to be a middle schooler. It has been my privilege to walk through the hallways and see you, and to see you on fields and in classrooms, on the stage, and to be and share just a part of your life with you. I can tell you, as I look at the tail end of my career, it's those memories with you that remind me of the power of an education, the absolute requirement of civility and kindness, and lessons and habits learned early and sustained for an entire lifetime. And what I've seen in you and what I've experienced in you and what I've experienced in this entire school is the power when a community comes together and says, all of us are smarter than one of us. Care and kindness will win out every time over malice. And there's nothing more powerful than a community of shared values and a belief to push against those forces that seem to inexorably every day want to bring out what is less good about the human experience. You are the antidote. You are the stewards. It has been an absolute privilege to be here. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dan. I now invite our fifth, almost sixth graders to stand, please. And thank you all so much for being here this morning for this, our final culminating ESM of the year. We appreciate it so much. I'm going to let our class of 2033 lead us out this morning. Lucia, Arguedas, and Colton, cue the music.